Hey babies, it's Plastic, and today we're back with another Ghoul chat type of video, where today I really want to discuss the whole topic and, the idea of all the reboots that are happening in the doll industry, because there's lots happening, and I have lots of opinions on all of them. It's going to be very much a video that has tangents in it. I literally have some notes, but, I don't really know what's going to be said, and I think I made a video on reproductions, and I'm not going to really talk about reproductions too much heavily on here. I will have, a little bit of a segment with it, but that's not going to be the main focus of it, and I might repeat a lot of points in that post, or that video, so just disregard that if you remembered. I don't know, it was a while ago, but, I don't know, just lots of thoughts and opinions. I kind of want to start off with Bratz, though, because that was more of the, I guess the first one to kind of have look at Chloe, the first one to kind of have a lot of reproductions, or the first one to have the reboot. They announced the reboot in what, 2020, was it late 2020? Yeah, because it came out in 2021. That was the 20th year. I kind of forgot track of everything, but they announced the reboot and whatever, and then they started coming out with these collabs, and before the dolls even dropped, all these collabs. If you're gonna bring back the Bratz brand, when I think of Bratz, I think of, how they kind of redefined the doll industry, how they paved the way, how they did quality, they had a diverse storyline or diverse characters. They had, very much in trend fashions, and there was nothing like that in the time. Bratz paved the way for every doll on my shelf right now. They were just incredible with what they did at the time period, and to see them come back in this nostalgia, pandering, weird way, it's so disheartening. And I'm not okay, I've only been with the Bratz, I've been a Bratz fan for a year and a half maybe. I got into them in the January after when they announced the reboot, or the relaunch, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, when they announced it. And I got into them then. I started watching, the fish dress videos, the ex-Canadiensis videos, all of the Bratz stuff, and I got into them. And, my first real Bratz dolls were the reproductions. Then, before they even, they had, that, cheap makeup collab that no one fucking bought. They have the Dolls Kill. You were collabing with Dolls Kill? The brand that's striving for diversity. You're collaborating with Dolls Kill? Really? Dolls Kill? Yikes. But, they came out with some other fucking weird collabs. I don't even remember half of them. They had a Puma collab. Who bought that? Did anyone buy that? Who has the Puma in their collection? Who was wearing the Bratz Puma clothes? They also had some, I think they had, a maybe Forever 21 thing. I definitely they had Walmart shirts and Spencer. They have a bunch of random merchandise. Hot Topic. The Hot Topic one was really good. I bought that. I bought some of it. But, they have lots of random merchandise right now, which is fine. I'm wearing random Monster High merchandise right now. And, I don't mind the clothing collabs, but doing them with weird brands and, weird stuff doesn't make sense to me. The makeup and they did hair dye. Again, who is buying the Bratz hair dye? It just confuses me when they could be putting time and money into the dolls and more media. The Talking Bratz show. We were promised a Talking Bratz show where it'd be an interview style with where they are now, whatever. We got 2 episodes. We got a GCDSD special, and that's it. That's the legacy you want to continue. Bratz is this amazing brand, and even though they had a lot of reboots that weren't good, I didn't like the 2010 reboot as much just because of the hair and the bodies are weird to me. I don't love the 2015 reboot, but they're good dolls, and it's fine for what they are. It's Bratz, but I think that if you're gonna come back with this legacy brand, the brand that literally, again, invented the doll industry as to what it is now, and you're gonna come out with shitty makeup and clothing. And then you're gonna come out with dolls. These reproduction dolls, besides Chloe and her eyebrows, they were genuinely good dolls. I love them. I think a lot of people did like them as well. And I think the reproductions of the first wave make sense. Starting into a new generation. It's your anniversary. It's Bratz is big again. Bratz was big since the makeup challenge, and I don't mind that they're doing the reproductions because I like these. But when you're only gonna do reproductions and wonky bad ones at that, is that really how you gotta wanna? What is the point? That's what confuses me a lot about this Bratz reboot, and why I'm so negative about it is because I'm confused what the point of it is. If you're just going to come back with reproductions and an occasional overpriced, stupid, ugly dressed collector doll, what's the point of even coming back? Stay in the grave. Stay in that good memory. Stay in that good, you had the legacy and just stick with that. Don't come back with this shit stuff, because I bought the GCDSD dolls. I have the Pride dolls. I love the Pride dolls. And I have Holiday Felicia. I love Holiday Felicia. And I do love the GCDSD dolls. I think I'm annoyed that I paid so much for them. But that's my fault. I didn't wait for them to go on sale. And these dolls are great. You know, these are, I think, the only dolls. Okay, wait, let me make this so I don't. There's so much shit on my little stool nightstand that I bring over for these videos. But these dolls are, they're fun. You know what? For what they are, not the worst. I don't like this like screen printing that they used. I don't know what that is. I don't know why we're doing that. I feel like, again, you are the Bratz brand. The Bratz brand. The Bratz brand. Like, I don't know how many times I have to say this in my brain. This is the and they're gonna come back with cheap printing and mediocre fashion. Like, I know this was a collab, so it's not fully Bratz, but like, is that what we're doing? And I feel like the only dolls that are actually connecting with collectors is the Holiday Felicia, the Pride dolls, and Sweetheart Megan. And obviously, like, the onnnnn reproductions. But a lot of the lines are just confusing as what we're doing. I saw this leak the other day, I guess it was yesterday, of they're doing, like, an Express It reproduction. They're doing Formal Funk Never reproduction. They're doing, it'll be on the screen. They're doing a bunch of weird reproductions, and I'm just confused. What is the trajectory of this? In a year and a half, when this Bratz reboot dies out because you're not giving us any sort of promotion and you're giving us wonky dolls, what's the point? One of the things, though, that Bratz was doing really well, in my opinion, that I think will, again, in the legacy of this Bratz reboot, like, the things that will stick, that isn't a lot, is the Pride Pack. The Pride Pack is all the way back there. I didn't want to get them out because they're very, like, hard to set up. They have the posters and the, whatever, the stupid fur shit. I think that's going to be one of the things that actually sticks, because that was a queer, like, a doll moment that was just queer. It's going to make history. I know there's lots of issues with them. I think they do look ugly right out of the box. Again, personal preference. But I also do like how they're loud and unapologetic and just queer. I know the price tag's a lot, and I know there's lots of issues with everything in the dolls right now. There's just, everything's expensive and stupid. But I think that was one of the only things that's really, really going to stick with a lot of collectors, was that drop of the Pride Pack. Good or bad, I think it has better a better impact than negative, more positive than negative, I guess. I just think it was a really good release. Nothing has done like that before. No other doll brand ever. Bratz continues to pave the way in a way that it's like no other doll brand is going to make a queer couple canon and like post about it all the time. Then go the route to make the physical dolls. Because every other doll brand, Barbie's not going to do shit for you. Barbie's not going to give a fuck. LOL and Rainbow High LOL doesn't exist. I mean, like, the media for them is it's just there. And then Rainbow High is not going to do shit for the queer people. The Rainbow High is made by, like, half idiots, half really good designers. But I don't think, Rainbow High is just queer baiting right now. So I'm really, again, proud and happy that Bratz did make the strive and step to include queer characters and then make them into physical dolls that we can like, love, and see and have in our homes and have in our hearts and have in the history books, because that's the one thing from this Bratz reboot that they were doing right, is making history. And that's what they need to be doing with this reboot. And I'm not saying everything they have to do is be like a historic thing. Like, they can have their stupid fucking collabs with Hot Topic and like whatever. But if you're going to do a reboot, again, do it right. Make an impact on the brand. Make the legacy continue. Don't just pump out reproductions left and right, wonky UV lighting screenings. Give us something like that's going to stick, because at the end of the day, if you're a Bratz collector and you've been collecting for 20 years, you don't need original Sasha. You don't, I mean, maybe you do, but you don't need like all the fucking flaunted reproductions to express it. I'm gonna buy them all. But like, a lot of collectors don't need them, because I'm a monster high collector. So, and I have lots and lots of dolls. I have around 200. So, in my point of view, I know this is obviously not for everyone, and the reproductions are obviously for a different demographic than longtime collectors, I guess. But if all I got from a Monster High reboot, and it was 20 years or 20 years celebration, all I got was wonky reproductions, no media, no promotion, you're stealing fan edits, and that's what you're posting on your Instagram, I would be so pissed off. Like, I would be so sad and so distraught. And like at the end of the day, this is like stupid. These are dolls. Nothing fucking matters in this world. But like, I just feel like again, the Bratz, and that's why I'm just angry about it. It's because it could be so much better. And we've seen MGA do amazing things. Like today, in this day, they are doing amazing things. That Shadow High thing with the billboards, that was a couple months ago. That was insane. Where is that for Bratz? Where's that energy for Bratz? They had Shadow High on Times Square, billboards, the whole little center thing. We could see MGA does and cares about their dolls. Why aren't they just doing it anymore? Especially with the brand that literally invented them. But we're gonna wrap this up. I heard we're getting a show in the future in the fall time. But is there a promotion for it? Like Monster High I'll get into Monster High in a minute, so I'll hold off on that. But I'm just confused. What's the point of coming back if you're just gonna do this? Because this Felicia is really gorgeous, but the cheap quality and the reused dress, confused. And again, the reproductions make up around a little bit less than half of my collection now. So I am, grateful. I'm happy that there's someone hopefully that cares about Bratz to make these dolls. It's just sad that we're not getting what we could be getting. I feel like the people who are working there have no idea what the Bratz brand really is. They're just kind of they're nostalgic pandering, which makes me upset. Even though I'm not a full Bratz fan, I just wish we would get some sort of concrete reboot, because that's what these deserve. They deserve a little show. If you want to do an adult collector thing, make collector dolls that are good. And don't do these reproductions. If you're gonna have Bratz dolls in stores, make them new. We want to see Chloe in 2020 outfit. I want to see Sasha in 2022 outfit. I feel like the brand has so much potential, and that's what I'm really upset about. We have so much potential to make good doll lines, because the MJ has money right now. They're in their LOL coin. They're in their Rainbow High bank. Why are we getting mediocrity? It just makes me upset, because again, Bratz created MGA. That's plain and simple the facts, and I really wish that this reboot would. Maybe it will be. Maybe in the fall. Maybe I'll eat my words and I'll eat shit. Maybe they'll have the show. They'll make new dolls, make new Playland dolls, ditch this cheap light screening method, and come back. But I can't see it. I'm just upset about it. But with that, we're going to really quick. I'm just gonna put these on the ground. They're fine. Dolls are they're meant to be on the floor. I want to move into a line that kind of, I guess, literally this reboot happened, and I don't think about it ever. It's the Lalaloopsy reboot, and they kind of have the same effect as Bratz, as they exist, but no one talks about them. They're only doing reproductions, and I mean, I'm not a Lalaloopsy collector, so it's not really my thing to talk about. But if you're gonna have a reboot, have a show, have new dolls. I like that they're doing the Wave 1 dolls, and I really want the minis. But they're too expensive right now. But if you're gonna do a reboot, do a reboot. Don't just do reproductions. And I don't know the Lalaloopsy lineup. I don't know if the stuff that they're making is actually new, if we're just reproductions. So I might again just be eating shit. But I'm confused. And no one really talks about Lalaloopsies. I feel like they're gonna phase out really soon. Maybe there's a big Lalaloopsy collector that's buying them, but I feel like my target doesn't really have anyone buying them. And it's because MJ is not promoting the reboots. And that is an issue, which leads me on, because I'm not gonna dwell on Lalaloopsy, because again, it's not my forte, and it's not a fashion doll. It's not for me. I'd probably never buy them, except the minis maybe in the future if they go on sale. I don't know. But I'm gonna move into my personal favorite ever, and I'm not gonna praise Monster High because it's my favorite, and I'm trying to be critical about them too, because there is critiques to be had. But Monster High, and to preface this, I have Bratz merchandise, I have Monster High merchandise. I am a fan of both, so do not get my words twisted. But the Monster High, we got their reboot announcement in February of last year, which was way too early to even announce it, because it was 2022 we got the announcement. They deleted all their Instagram pictures and they posted something new, and that was that. And then we waited. I think it was I'm trying to think of the timeline. We got the Skeletor dolls, right? Pennywise, the Grady twins, then the announcement, then the, what's it called? The Beetle one, and then the Hunkator dolls. No, Greta, Hunkator dolls, and now Dracula. Okay. And then the movie is somewhere in the middle of that. So I feel like we could have done the Skeletor dolls, waited a minute for the announcement of the reboot, and then, because when the reboot, or when the announcement for the relaunch first initially happened, there was a boom in Monster High collectors and everything. I was there for, it was I think January, like very early February before the announcement got made. And the Monster High doll prices were like, I found a lot of Monster High dolls for like $10 each. You know, there was obviously expensive ones, but most of them are cheap. And now they just skyrocketed. So the Monster High interest skyrocketed. Lots of Twitter accounts were made. Lots of TikTok were made. Lots of more YouTube accounts. Lots of people finding their old collections. Lots of, you know, the rise of Monster High. Like, that's what they, you know, obviously they're creating hype. But I wish they kind of did that when they were, like, released. Like, if they're gonna, like, do, like, hey, we're coming back, and they, like, release, like, a maybe, like, a storyboard or, like, something. I wish the movie was kind of more, like, I wish we had the trailer when they announced it, or something, just so, like, the hype would still be there, because I feel like the hype is still there. It just, I feel like it's kind of fading. And because, like, when we first got that, like, again, that was, like, the craziest day in doll, like, social media, was when the Monster High was coming back and they did a little shadow thing. Like, that was the hype that we needed. And that was a promotion that we're, like, slowly starting to get. The media promotion that Mattel is doing with Monster High, and that's what makes it so incredible. And that's why I am excited about the Monster High reboot more than I am about the Bratz, because we've seen the Bratz kind of go in. Okay, again, this is unfair, because Bratz has been, like, the reboot has been out for, like, a year now, and we've only gotten reproductions in, like, a couple of dolls, where Monster High is just starting out, and then we got the reproductions of the first schools, which I think were very good. I think they're on the same page with the Bratz, where they both had very strong first reboot reproductions, and I think the reproductions were good. These, again, built up so much hype, brought a lot of fans, a lot of people who were talking shit about Monster High all year long. So now it's Monster High was always my favorite. I always liked Monster High. They did it for the girls. So I think that was smart, though. They released, like, the reproductions and the trailer, I guess. But I feel like, the gap of reboot, like, nothing. We got the ugly Beetlejuice doll, and then Greta, and then Skull, like, the Honkator dolls, which Honkator dolls are another fucking story. I like them, but I hate them, because I have Dracula behind. She's behind. We all know what Dracula looks like. This stand does not stay on this bitch. Again, this is an overpriced doll. Mattel's stupid. The quality's fine, but it's too expensive for what it is. But again, I think this doll and this line of Honkator dolls is going to stay in a lot of Monster High's collections. A lot of Monster High fans' collections. I feel like this has more impact than a lot of the other Bratz releases, because even though, like, this is going to stay in a lot of people's collection. But I do think the Honkator dolls are going to have a lasting impact on the Monster High collectors, just collection, because I feel like these fit really nicely in. The screenings aren't shit, you know, but they are expensive, and they are stupid expensive, and I don't understand why they're $80 or whatever the retail price is. But I am excited about Luca and Cleo, and I will be buying both because I need them very badly in my life. But I feel like this is kind of the impact that we need to see in a reboot. And not just this. I'm excited about the show, the movie, the Playline dolls. I'm horrified and excited about the Playline dolls. Depending on how the Playline dolls look, it'll change my opinion completely on the my idea of the reboot. Because again, if you're coming in with a reboot, come in strong. Come in with the best you can do. Be better than your Gen 1. Be better than your Gen 2. Be better than your Gen 4 or whatever generation you're on. I feel like that Bratz has so many generations, I don't even know what one they're on right now. But it just confuses me how I think we could be doing better with reboots. And I think it's fun. Like, Monster High, again, is announcing new things continuously with the line. The Skullactor dolls was something that the fans wanted probably back in, like, the 2010s. Like, obviously, like, lots of OCs were created around horror characters and stuff. So I think this is they're listening to the fans. And that's what a lot of people want in these reboots, is just to be listened to by the fans. Listen to, feel like they're wanted, feel like their money is, like, going somewhere. Even though I don't love the quality of this doll, it feels like it is an ode to the fans, which is appreciated very deeply. And I know the whole live action movie, lots of controversies. I hate the director. But it, again, part of it feels like it's for, you know, the new generation, which is good. We need stuff to, if we're doing a reboot and we want to have the kids involved, we need it for the kids. You know, the kids need their fun. And I'm not against the kids having fun thing, because I'm all for the kid show. You know, like, it's fun. Like, it's Monster High. Like, it's not that serious. We need to stop taking it like it's an adult movie or whatever, and just have fun with it. But then it's also, like, I think we need to have the story stay true to the characters and, like, the storyline. And I didn't watch it or anything, but I watched the Minions movie that was very similar to that. and the movie is very similar to OG Minion plotline and storyline. It takes inspiration from the novels, the other, like, Skull Shores and Ghoul's Rule. The movie is it feels like a new generation, but it also feels like old Monster High, and that's what we really need with a reboot, and that's why I'm excited about the movie, even though I don't fully support it. That's what I'm trying to say with that. I don't want to speak too much on that because it is not, it's very slay of me. But again, I have more hope for the Monster High reboot, even though we haven't seen as much for it. So maybe I will, again, be eating shit in 2 months when the dolls come out and they're all wearing paper dresses and have no articulation and it's just Mattel written all over it. Or maybe I'll be proven wrong and they'll have the amazing fashions and the amazing, you know, details and the shoe molds and whatever. Because we've seen them do amazing new things now. So it'd be weird if they stopped. But it is Playline and it is Mattel and it is 2021 where we're seeing Barbie Extra, we're seeing the Fashionistas, we're seeing the Barbie collector dolls, which is, so it's all very much up in the air of what's gonna be about the Monster High reboot. So maybe that is why I'm less harsh about it, even though Monster High is it is more nostalgic to me. It's my favorite doll line of all time. And like, you know, obviously I'll be less critical to it, but I'm trying to obviously have the line of not being so Monster High. But I am more hopeful for them, but that is, again, I think only because we've seen less of them, and I think if we do in a year and a half, when I think back about this video, I'll probably have more critiques, but I'll probably also have more things I like, and I hope that Bratz can, because we've seen the Girls' Night Out reproductions, which I am so excited about. They're supposed to come out the July 5th to 15th, right? So, again, I might be eating shit, I might be loving those reproductions, but I might also hate the reproductions. It all depends on what everything looks like and what the future holds for us. But I think that if we do get good reproductions, we also need the new dolls. Still, even if the reproductions are flawless, even if they look better than the OGs, we need the new dolls. And that's why I hope Monster doesn't fall into the category of just rebooting everything. I don't think we need a billion reproductions of Sweet 16, Dead Tired, Dawn of It. Like, I don't think we need reproductions. And I think that's why I'm chilling with the 2010 Wave 1 reproductions. I think that's all we need for Monster High. I don't think we need the Rock Angels, you know, it's just a mess. But, I don't know, reboots are weird. A lot of them are just confusing, because obviously the brand's trying to take the essence of the, like, original whatever it is, and they're trying to make it new, but a lot of times it just doesn't connect with the fans. But I think this could connect with the fans, and I hope this does, again, come back and connect with the fans. But I don't know. Talk about your opinions in the comments. I'd love to talk about them with you guys. Email me on Instagram. We'll talk about that anywhere. I love, you know, chatting with you guys. It's so fun. But I don't know. What are your opinions on the reproductions and just the reboots in general in the doll industry? Do you want to see any new reproductions, like my scene maybe? Okay. There's a lot of reboots that I never want to see a day in my life. Like, this is gonna be a hot take because I do like Ever After High, but I never want to see Ever After High get reproduced. I never want to see my scene get reproduced. I never want to see a new Star like a reboot, because it's, again, the thing of, if you're gonna come back, you're gonna come back strong, or you're gonna come back at all. And I feel like a lot of people want Ever After High to come back, but I'm happy that it's dead. Like, I think that storybook could be closed and throw the key away, because there's no fixing that. There's no diversity in that storyline. I mean, maybe if they just add a bunch of new characters, but then a lot of people will be mad at the old characters, and it'll be a shit show either way, whatever they do. That's why I think it's fine to just leave them, and I don't know. I feel like no one even likes Ever After High that much. Like, I think they're fine, but they're just kind of, like, there. Like, I collect them, but, like, not, like, heavy or anything. Like, they're, like, very, like, low on my favorite doll lands, but... Tangent, don't even know what I'm fucking talking about. But again, let me know about your reboot thoughts. Let me know who's your do you like the Bratz reboot? Do you dislike the Bratz reboot? Are you excited about the Monster High movie? Are you not excited about the Monster High movie? That's it. I don't know. Thank you guys again so much. I cannot wait to catch you next one. Bye.